Mic check. 1 2 1 2. So the question I want to answer today, somebody asked, how do you use the tank table to um, predict reversals or to see if reversals are coming? Good question. I'm going to show you. First thing you want to do, I'm going to show you using the tank analyzer. So when you are on the front on the Pro Access Plus, you're going to click on the tank analyzer and you're going to download the analyzer. And once you've done that, it will look like this. Next thing you want to do is download the data. So you would download the data here. When you save log, it will go to your downloads folder. Um, you can also go to the, if you didn't download the day's data, you can also go to the data upload. And in this data upload, we have, I try to upload every day. Others will try as well. That way you have you have a lot of data to sift through or to use as a back test reference. But anyways, from there you would open the tank analyzer. You choose file. You would choose the file that you are trying to analyze, which is the 7th. That's Friday. Today's Saturday, and we're going to analyze yesterday's data. And okay, the question was, how do you predict reversals? All right. So the way I play, it's I don't I don't enter at the first at the current direction. So what does that mean? For example, if the market opens at 6:30 and I get a late start and I finally decide to sit down around 7 o'clock, right? So this is market open 7 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock this is all I see in the chart, right? It's just doing this. Um, I'm not gonna, if I think it's gonna continue to go down, I'm not just gonna immediately buy puts and then hope that it will pay out. But what I do is ignore the current trend. I may buy like one contract just to get my beak wet, but I ignore the current trend. I know that it's looking bearish, but I don't want to get caught in a reversal. So I'll wait. I'll sit and wait for a consolidation. And a consolidation is just a break in the current trend. That's when it starts to ping back and forth, up and down, up and down. So now this is up and down, but I'm talking about a consolidation where the up and down is a narrow price gap, and it happened around 7, or I'll say about, yeah, 7, maybe 7:30, 7:45 or so. Right here, this is the consolidation period, and that's right there before the reversal. So right around here, right? And during this time, I'm really just trying to read what's happening right right here. So if we're if we're not seeing the rest of the day yet on this chart, and let's say, okay, cool, this is what I see. This is SPY is consolidating. All right, and this consolidation started around, I think, 7, maybe 7 o'clock. So it's doing its thing back and forth. Delete this, and I want to know, okay, are you going to continue to go down, or are you going to reverse from here, right? Because it had just gone down from 667 all the way down to 663, which is right around here. And so now I have this question. Okay, do I want to enter now, or enter puts, or enter calls? I want to Before I can do that, I want to make sure that I understand what's going on during this consolidation. And so how do you do that, right? The tank, or I read the tank during the market. When you're looking at the tank live, you're going to see this, a lot of numbers showing up. You're going to have current price constantly changing, MP and LP changing, and the tank numbers and the ticket numbers are changing. But essentially what you want to do is to filter out the current price that SPY is consolidating at most. So at that time it was 673. You would type that in and you would hit apply and it will show it to you. This is today. This is today. It's Saturday. The market is closed, so it's recording um, stagnant data. So let's do 672. If you do that, it would look like this: live market, right? So, but let's use the data from Friday, and we are going to look at from the time the beginning of the consolidation, which is I know started more. All right, we'll look at 741. We'll look at seven. We'll start at 741. You see it at the bottom of the screen. There's 741, and we're going to filter for 663. So 741 consolidation started, and it was at the price of 663, 664, right around there, 663 and 664. But we'll filter 66. Actually, let's do 664. We'll start with 664. If the current price you wanted to test is 664 and you wanted to see if it's growing, you can filter it and see, all right, I see the tank is, we're going to ignore everything because remember it's 641. Actually, okay, at 641, the tank was growing. So it looks like 641 is going to, or 643 is the next price down. Ticket 6 is same thing. You see how it's positive and working its way down to negative, positive, negative, uh, positive, losing strength. But ticket 3 is actually growing strength in calls at 664, and ticket 2 is growing strength in puts. Ticket 1, same thing, growing strength in puts. But let's look at 663. And when you're reading this, what are you looking for? You are looking for, um, let's start this like that. You're looking for something gradual. You've got the tank, and we are, let's read between 645 to, let's say, 645 to 845. Yeah. So we've got 645, 845. We're going to, all right, boom, right there. So you got 745, 845. Oops. Okay. And when you're reading the tank, you want to go from recent to the past. So most recent to the oldest. And you've got minus 89. It was growing strength in puts because it's continually going, gradually going deeper, deeper, deeper. So minus 106. That's pretty strong. So now you want to see, okay, is because the tank looked like it's growing strength in puts, you want to see if the tickets are also growing strength in puts. And the way to do that is you look at you know, the first recording, minus 36, the highest 40. Okay. Um, if you look at minus 36, fast forward to 845, it is at minus 23. It's losing strength in puts. All right. Well, in the tank it says it was growing strength in puts, but the ticket 6 is saying it's showing that it's losing strength in puts because it's going from minus 36 and is now minus 23. If it was growing strength in puts, it would be like at minus 50, but now it's losing strength in puts. We'll hold on to that idea. So ticket 6 is losing strength in puts. Ticket 5, same thing. We look at it here, 840 minus 1839. 1 hour later, it is at minus 1198. Interesting. So we've got ticket 6 and ticket um, 5 both losing strength in puts. All right. Ticket 4 is increasing strength in calls. What is a ticket 4? Ticket 4 represents the out of the money. So what it's doing is it's measuring the out of the money. This one and this one. So out of the money calls and out of the money puts. So it's saying, hey, between calls and puts, the strength is growing for out of the money calls. And it's growing by a lot. You see this 1 hour later, we're at 866. All right. Ticket. So we have ticket. Let's recap. We have ticket. I'm sorry. We have tank that's increasing strength in puts, and we're testing to see if the tickets support tank's direction. So we should expect ticket 6 and all of the tickets to increase in puts as well. But that's not the case because 1 hour later, ticket 6 is actually losing strength in puts. Ticket 5, same thing. And ticket 4 is already in the positive range and it's increasing, gradually increasing. Now we have ticket 3. It was recorded at minus 253 and it is now minus 0.32. That's also losing strength in puts. Ticket 2, same thing. They're losing strength. And ticket 1 it's it's slightly increasing strength in call or strength in puts. But what you want to look at is when we first started looking at uh, ticket 1, it was at minus 13. Then we want to look at the highest number in this block here. The highest number was actually 15, 15, 15, 1593, almost 16. Actually, we reached 16 here. So, and then we reached 1610. So 1610 at 819, and 15 minutes later, it's losing strength in puts. It's at 1359. So ticket 1 is actually losing. So they're all losing strength in puts, and 4 is already at positive. So on reversals, ticket 4 is going to change direction first because it's the cheapest contracts, right? Out of the money of anything, it's going to be cheap. So it's going to change direction first. It's going to show first here. Now, when that happens, all right, let's look at the chart. So that's from 7:45. Let's go right here to 8:45, 1 hour. So this is what we see. This is what we see right now, right? Let's pretend this is live market and this is what we currently see. Okay, this might be the reversal here. Let me wait a few seconds and don't be in a hurry to enter a position because remember you're if you follow OSV and you do it right, you're going to constantly find yourself buying the absolute bottom or close to the bottom, and you're going, if you enter correctly and not hesitate, and have confidence in this, then you're going to always enter at a very best position. May not seem like it when you're first entering, but remember, when you're anytime you're entering at the absolute bottom of any play, you're kind of close to a fake out, right? So if you're buying, if it's downtrending and you want to get at the absolute bottom of a call, okay, cool. But you have to be aware that you're also pretty close to a trigger for it to continue to go down lower. So be aware of that. So if you absolutely want to get at the very bottom, have don't go all in. Save your capital for just in case it does go down, but also have your risk managing strategy in place. But now we have 6:45. Let's continue on because this isn't right here. This isn't. It's not convincing yet because it looks like it's still downtrending, right? And if we're anticipating for a reversal, then okay, may want to let it play out a little bit. And then we have here, we have this big dip, and this big dip happened at 8:59. So 8:59. So from 8:45 we're going to look at 8:45, 8:59. So let's make this smaller so it's easier to read. 8:45, 8, is that 8? Where did we reach about 8:59? Okay, so 9 o'clock basically. I have 9 o'clock right here. It didn't capture 9 o'clock, but that's fine. So right here, this is what we're looking at. Let me take a screenshot and let's see if I can make it even smaller. So I just want to see 845 and 9. There, we'll just look at this. 845. Okay. Well, that's too small. Anyways, let's do this. Let's look at all of 663. So at 8, we saw 845, and we were starting to see that, yeah, even though the tank was increasing strength in puts, we also noticed that ticket 6 was already starting to lose strength in puts. And it wasn't until, so right here at 845, from 745, 845, we already kind of know that this might be the reversal here, right? Because of the initial recording and until now. But what about 851? What happens to 851? Okay, 851, we have right here. We're looking at the tank. 851 on the tank. It's minus 106, but the highest it was 107, and it's gonna lose. It's losing strength here. It looks like it's gonna go down, right? It's gonna continue to go down, but it isn't until it hit 106. Um, then we can see, like, okay, this might be reversing. But here we have 835 to 845. It's still climbing down. You see the um, ticket 6, it's losing strength in puts. And 851, same thing, it's losing strength in puts, and it's minus 19. All right, we'll move on to the next one. We're starting to see, okay, ticket 6 is losing strength in puts. That means it's reversing. It's going to be a positive soon. And same thing with ticket 5. We recorded it at minus 18. It is now at minus 9. It's about to be positive. Ticket 4 is a monster. It's already green. This is out of the money, meaning all of the between out of the money calls and puts. Calls is stronger. So people are buying the cheapest. Um, they're buying calls, the cheapest calls, cheapest out of the money. Ticket 3 is now from minus 253, and is now it's point 12. It's about to be positive. Ticket 2 about to be positive, and ticket 1 about to be positive. And so right here from 854, which is right here. Well, you can't see it. 854. So we're looking at this right here. 854. Just dive down. 854. Now, this took a dive, right? It took a dive. Let's look at 854 to 708 or 908, which is, oh, there's a big gap here. So I think this was the time when we had a down. The site went down for a bit and it went back up. But nonetheless, you still see that from the time of recording, when consolidation started, and even with the price still going down, the tickets are supposed to also be losing or increasing strength in puts. So if this is going down, then shouldn't the tickets be increasing strength in puts, right? Well, that's that's what makes OSV different than any tools out there. This is showing you what's happening during the consolidation. That the puts are actually about, they're losing strength on all strike prices um, at this current price of 663. Imagine if you are at right here, if this was 663, it basically is saying that all of the strike prices, four strike prices above and four strike prices below, are all losing strength in puts, and they're increasing strength in calls, and they're about to be green. So right here, it's showing you, so you don't get trapped buying puts. This is your nice little entry zone. But if you happen to enter like at 6 6, if you, what I normally do is, okay, as soon as I find out that this is is changing direction, wherever it is inside this box is my buy zone. Even better if it took a dive down. If it takes a dive down, great, I'm buying. Boom. But I'm buying, I'm buying the ask from here, because what happens is this: they all turn green, and eventually ticket 2 and ticket 1 will turn green. And soon you won't have 663's recordings anymore because it will be at 664. So let's go ahead and clear that and let's take a look at 664. Now we're at 664 around right here. So now we just left 663 and we are now at 664. Boom. At 10 o'clock, 664 turned green. What did it look like? What did 664 look like before? 664, we'll go ahead and hit apply and filter. So before 10 o'clock, which is 7:51, it was minus 54. A couple hours later, it is now positive and growing. So let's clear this out and go back to 663, apply. And now, now you've entered. Okay, cool. I've entered. You are at the bottom. Like anywhere in this is a good, good entry for a nice pull up. So 664, 661. And take your time, because by the time you realize what's happening, you'll have more time. You'll have enough time. Like don't stare at the charts, because the chart's going to confuse you. The numbers on the OSV have already kind of shown you what's going to happen. But when you stop and then look at the charts, and just like, in the back of your mind, you're just looking at this like, oh, it's gonna go down, man. It's gonna go down. Oh, it's gonna go. Oh, it went down. Oh man, I can't trust OSV anymore. Oh, it went down. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Oh wait, it's going back up. Oh no, what do I do? What does OSV say? See all that time right there, the hesitation, the the doubt, when it kicked in, it will trigger something in your mind to start your research over. And when you start over, now the amount of time it took for you to determine that, hey, it's reversing, you're going to be spending trying to uh, reconvince yourself of your findings. And by that time, it's outside of the consolidation box, and now I mean, you're still at a good price, but you missed out on a nice little entry because OSV told you that the reversal was coming before. I mean, it was already reversing. Like you could see the reversal even before that deep dive. This deep dive can mean it can mean anything really. It could just mean someone placed an order below the bid, and it filled it, or what do you call those, stop losses. It filled it real quickly and then went back up. But you're never going to catch this drop. It's way too fast. It's like, okay, cool, boom, but don't use this little quick drop as your indicator to cast doubt on what have you just discovered, which is a reversal. Reversal is coming, right? Now, how strong is this reversal? Well, look, you see ticket 4 at 663. It was strong already. What does it look like at 664? Okay, so now we're in a different price range. So yeah, at the bottom 663, boom, it showed you the reversal. But now the ticket 4 wouldn't matter at this point. It would only ticket 4 would only matter when price is at reversal point. But now you look at the rest of the tickets. Okay, so tank, even though like the tank is increasing, and then back down. Remember, a tank at one point it was on 664. It was minus, and then now it went back up to positive, and so on. So you want to look at the rest of the tickets, and you start to realize, okay, it's growing. Even 666 is positive. 665 had reached a positive number, and 664 had also reached a positive number, going from a deep negative into a positive number. And all of the tickets inside are starting to turn green until you see a solid green like this. 665, 664, and then you see we're at 666. So the launching pad was at 663. Then you start to see the positive numbers on all of them. You've got the tank at positive 2. But how do you know if it's going to to continue to run? Perfect. That's a good question. The You would do so by looking at the strength difference. You see the strength difference? I think I downloaded it. Let me see. I downloaded it, but I don't have the analyzer for it yet. So we'll go to downloads. Let's see if I could open it. I hope I downloaded it. Local time. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't have it downloaded. Maybe I. Yeah, I don't have it downloaded, guys. But let's go back to this. You would want to look at the strength differences. You're going to notice that the strength difference is going to be first negative value and then work its way up to a positive value. Excuse me. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment or message me on the Discord. Um, but that's how you use the tank to determine reversals. You can also use this for determining the reversal for an uptrend. It's just whatever I showed you, just do the opposite. Excuse me, I'm sick. Have a good day.